Hello student, today we are going to continue chapter number 11, which is force and pressure, part 3. Today we are going to read about the next part of the chapter, and that is about pressure. We will read about that how pressure is affecting our everyday life. In the previous part of this chapter we have read about force. Now the effect of force applied, when we apply force, then what does it depend upon? It depends on the following two factors. First is the magnitude of force applied. That is, that how much force is applied. The greater force is there, the greater effects will be there. Second is the area over which the force is applied. The smaller the area of contact, the greater is its effects. You should understand this very clearly, that when the force applied is greater, then the effect will be greater. And second thing is there, that if the area of the smaller or the area of the contact is smaller where the force is applied, the greater will be its effect. So how do we measure the effect of force? So for that we need a quantity that takes into account both magnitude of the force and the area of contact. So we can conclude, or we can define, the physical quantity which measures the effect of force per unit area is called pressure. Pressure is produced when a force acts on an object. We understand it with the help of an example. Here in this slide, you can see that larger is the area of contact, lesser is the pressure, and vice versa. Here we are taking an example that when we put our thumb on a piece of wood and press it, the thumb does not go into the wood. But when we push a drawing pin into the wood with the same force of our thumb, the drawing pin goes into the wood. Now here you should consider that although the force applied on the wood is almost the same in both the cases, the drawing pin has much smaller area of contact as compared to our thumb. This means that in the case of the drawing pin, the area over which the force acts is smaller. Therefore, its effect on the wood is much greater. This is because of a physical quantity called pressure. The drawing pin goes into the wood due to the sharp tip. The force of thumb falls on a very small area of the wood, due to which force per unit area on the wood becomes very large. Thus, the effect of force depends on the area of the object on which it acts. Now we can conclude that pressure is the force acting on a unit area of the object. Or we can say P is equal to F upon A. Here P stands for pressure, F for force, and A for area. Here you can see, if P is the pressure, F is the force, and A is the area of contact between them, or P is equal to F upon A. The standard unit of measuring force is Newton, and the standard unit of measuring AR is square meter. Therefore, the standard unit of measuring pressure is Newton per square meter, or it is also known as Pascal, which is denoted by PA. Now we will read about the application of pressure in our day-to-day life. Here in this slide you can see a heavy truck is there, and it is fitted with 6 to 8 wheels. Now why? Because these wheels increase the area of contact on which their weight acts, and hence reduce their pressure on the ground. Here in this slide you can see a knife and a blade is there. The cutting edges of knives, blade, axes, etc. are very sharp. Why they are sharp? Because the area of contact decreases and the pressure exerted by the axe and the knife or the blade will increase. This large pressure helps to cut the objects easily. Here in this slide you are seeing a building. The foundation of high-rise buildings are kept wide so that they exert less pressure on the ground and do not sink in due to the extreme high pressure of the building. So the base of the building is kept broad so that they do not sink inside the earth. Okay class, this is all for today. In the next slide we will read about the pressure exerted by liquid and atmospheric pressure.